Okay, so since the last section you just saw, it's a couple hours later. I actually went to dinner with my wife. 120 bucks, but it was good. So, if you look on the back here, you'll see all these holes. Not all of them, but like here, 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 down there. Those are where you had to remove some screws. Now, even after you remove all those screws, you're still not ready. And if you look, right here were some brackets. They just go on like that, and they were held together by a couple of screws. See, one there and one there. Now you have to remove those. The reason being, because once you remove it, there's more screws that get exposed, and you have to remove those. So you got a bracket here, a large bracket up here, another large bracket right here, and a smaller bracket on this side. Now, even when you remove those, you're still not ready to go. Reason being is there's still holes or still screws that are holding, I assume, this part to the monitor frame. So you got this little section right here. Some screw, or a screw there, a screw there. You remove that, and this part comes out, which exposes part of the speaker. So, what I assume, well, no, it doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna... I'm thinking I need to remove the entire monitor from this back bracket. You see, you got a screw there. You got another one, it's not focused in, but it's right over here. And then there's even more screws back there which need to be undone. So, yeah. I think what I'm gonna do... Well, that still doesn't make sense. I don't know. Trying to see what the next step is. Well, as soon as I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. So, stay tuned. Alright, so, what I decided to do is I'm going to actually remove these bolts right here, because I think everything can come off the frame. But what I also did is there were some screws you can see right there and another one right over here. I removed those on both sides. The reason being is those screws help attach this frame to this bracket right here, which then appears to help stabilize the speaker. I could be wrong. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I think all this will come off and the speaker will stay there intact. Could be wrong, but let's give it a shot. Okay, so we're making progress, and I removed all the bolts right here, and it looks like everything just slides out the back. However, what you'll want to do is remove the speakers. The speakers just slide right out. The problem is the speaker wires are still attached. So, you'll have to go back through here and detach the main speaker wire. It should look something like this that goes into another set of wires, and then they split off to each speaker. So detach that, then you can take the speakers off, and then you should be able to remove the monitor. So we're slowly making progress, but let's see if that actually worked. Alright, so what I just said, that's the way to go. You can see the monitor just slides right out. See how dirty it is. See part of my dog right there. But yeah. Now, these little rubber gaskets, or whatever you want to call them, those do come off. Right now, they're probably just sticking there from years and years of service. You can see one did come off right there in the middle. No biggie. They just act as a gasket, or I'm not sure what the correct term is. I'm kind of going through a brain freeze, but yeah. So, I'm going to clean up this area right here. And then, I'm going to open up this bad boy. And you can see, here's the other screws right here and here that I need to remove in order to remove the monitor from what's sandwiching it together. Now, the reason I need to take it off is because of this right here. Because of this, I could not get access to those screws at the very bottom. But now I do have access, so let's keep going. Okay, so I took those screws out, and there you can see the back of the monitor holder. Here's the monitor on the inside, and you can just see all the years of dust that have accumulated on this thing. Look at that right there. Wow, that is something. I'm probably going to clean this out in the sink or something. Just very interesting. So, we got the back portion off. Came right out. I was originally trying to take the front off, but you don't go that way. You actually take the back part off. Now, here's where it's going to get tricky. You can see how the monitor just sits in there. I'm kind of concerned right now because I don't know if that monitor is going to work in here. I just have a feeling that it's either too big or it can't be put in correctly. But we'll see, so let's see what happens. Okay, so the next step is to remove 8 screws from the monitor and then some additional screws from some brackets. Now the 8 screws you're going to remove are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, what you're also going to have to do is remove these plates right here. There's one on this side, and there's going to be one on this side. You got a total of 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got 2 smaller screws, 5 and 6. And then these just pop right off. Now, here's the thing that's kind of worrying me as far as connecting that monitor to this arcade. These things help do the connection. They go into there. I don't know if these are going to fit on there in any way whatsoever. We're going to find out. So the next step looks like just to remove and pull the monitor up. I don't see any other screws to hold the monitor down to this piece of plastic. Yeah, it looks like it just pops right up. So we'll take a look and see what happens. Okay, so I got the monitor out. You just pull it straight up. And if you look here, the monitor appears to be in really, really good condition. Let me show you something. It almost makes me not even want to try and put that in. So here we got everything removed, and this, it's a hard plastic, it looks like. Now here's the thing. Look at that. That was just ugliness on the inside. So that little area you saw in the lower left-hand corner, it's not even the monitor, it's this plastic or glass, whatever it is. So let me clean that up. I guess the good thing is the monitor still is in much better condition than I thought. It is dirty, needs to be cleaned out, but let's keep going. Okay, so we're back, and it's exactly as I had feared. That monitor cannot go in here. When you take it out, with the brackets and everything that's already attached, it's roughly about half an inch too large. Now, I guess the good thing is at least I took everything apart and I was able to clean everything, and maybe the monitor that was in here is not as bad as I thought. Of course, the bad news about this monitor is I can't return it. It's mine. They don't accept returns. However, I could just store it away and save it for a rainy day. I could use it as a traditional arcade monitor on one of my older machines. Actually, it probably won't even fit any of the machines I have right now. I would assume this is for maybe something like a 4-player cab. But I do intend to eventually get a Vuelix. So, I mean, I'll have this, at least it'll be mine, and when that time comes and I need a replacement, I'll already have one. So with this thing, I'm just going to put everything back together, and there's not much more we can do. The reason why it won't fit is basically, it's just everything that holds the monitor, that entire frame. The parts that get attached into here get attached, you saw them on the old monitor. There's nothing to attach them over here. Now I could probably take this apart, take it out of the actual frame and maybe squeeze it, MacGyver it in, jerry-rig it into the other frame, but I really don't want to do that. It's just, no. Yeah, because I won't know what I'm doing, and if I do mess up, then I'll have this thing that'll be nothing but a huge paperweight. So, we'll just deal with it. The good thing is I was able to clean everything, and maybe the monitor, like I said, is not as as worse condition as I thought. We'll see. All else fails, I'll keep searching for a replacement. Maybe I'll have to hire a tech to come out and redo the monitor or something. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Now, one thing to notice is these universal cabs. You look at this, it looks ugly. It looks like there's a bunch of Vaseline on it. I was cleaning this thing, I just could not figure out what the heck is going on. Well, that's the way they make these cabinets. Because it's an LCD, this glass protector here is permanently frosted to keep glare from affecting gameplay. So, I'm going to keep it as is. It's supposed to be that way. Once I start playing with this thing, if that is going to be an issue, then I'll just replace it, get a nice clear piece of glass, or maybe just take the whole thing off. We'll see. But yeah, so at least you guys got to see how everything came apart, and now I'm probably pretty much just going to go in reverse and put everything back together. So there you are. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this video can help you guys. And yeah, who knows? Eventually that'll probably go into Vuelix. I'll be pissed if that ends up being a paperweight forever. I guess I could always sell it and maybe take a hit of $100. Since technically it's used, but we'll see. So there you are. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.